Hey guys, what's up? So here we go. This is going to be kind of interesting. This will be our first... I say that way too much. I spit that out like it's... like I actually mean it. But I do mean it. I think this will be interesting. We have the JE Enterprise wind package thing, whatever. Anyway, they have the... they gave me the rail. They gave me the grip dealy hopper. They gave me a B5 style, like stock, right? Or a SOCOM style stock. I should say that right. And then the main thing I'm interested in is this guy, the silent capture recoil spring. Never ever used one of these before. Very interesting to see. So I have this guy in its factory configuration with the excuse me, the SBA3 brace, the tube, and then the buffer and buffer spring that came with this, which is the kit I got from Delta Team Tactical. So I don't know if it's actually SBA3 or Delta Team just threw in whatever they wanted to throw in, but that's what it is. So I'm going to shoot this as is right now and just see how it feels, and then I'm going to pop in that JP Enterprise this spring and see if it makes a difference. I can tell you straight off, that just dry cycling the action, right? The regular springs, they feel more gritty. They've always felt more gritty. A couple different guns on a Colt and on a particular PSA, they were very smooth. But then as you shoot them and stuff, they would get gritty. But this guy feels like he's rolling on like ball bearings kind of thing. It's a smoother, way smoother charge. But then shooting it, I don't know. So let's get to it. Let's see what we can do. All right, not that y'all care too much, but I'll let you see what I'm shooting at. And we're shooting out there at 100 yards to the big dong on the little swing set looking thing. Can you even see that? Yeah, okay. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay, it really doesn't even kick that much anyway. Okay. Pull him out real quick. Pop in this guy. And we'll see how he rolls. Well, I can tell you it's not like a night and day difference. I'll tell you straight up, it's not like a night and day difference, but it is smooth. So that went home on an empty bolt. I did let my buddy shoot this before I shot it, just moments before taping this video. And we had one failure to load, right? Didn't pick up around. It ejected, but did not pick up around. And then his also did not lock open on the last shot. Something like this. We'll see if it happens again. I have a theory behind that. I have a theory. Yeah. So this should cycle. Should hold open, right? See, it didn't hold open. I think it's just very, very strong. Maybe over time it'll get broke in a little bit. I think that spring is just very strong. And from what I can tell you, shooting it, yeah, it is. It's not bad. It's really. Well, it's definitely not bad. It wasn't bad in the first place. But it is very manageable, right? Really is very manageable. I like it. Like it a lot. So this is kind of being the new ish build. I don't even know what to call it anymore, and I don't need names for my guns, so that's fine. But a 12.5-inch gun. I've got some cool stuff I want to do with this, and let's just see. Real quick, kicks and giggles. This is a 12.5-inch, right? So I'm just gonna pop this off. All right, for kicks and giggles, real quick, I'm just gonna put the pistol lower, right, with that silent capture recoil spring onto my 14.5. See if adding a little bit more barrel length does anything. If maybe that extra barrel length will help it to open up on the last round, not have any malfunctions. We'll just shoot a couple through it and see if it makes any difference. Or not. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. See, it still didn't open. It just still didn't cycle all the way. And that could just simply be a breaking in issue. I've never had one of these. I don't know if they have particular break-ins. As far as anything goes, I don't know. And it could be the fact that I'm shooting cheap steel, right? I'm shooting Wolf. Nice cheap steel. So that's not necessarily a down because I don't know yet, but we're going to run this. I'm going to run some drills. I'm going to get some exercise. I need to exercise while I'm out here. I'm going to run some exercise drills, and we'll just see if I run into any real issues or anything. So let's just do this thing. Let's see how this little puppy works, okay? Let's do it. Well, there you go. You put a suppressor on it, you do get sufficient back pressure to lock it open to the rear. So there you go. Let's run some drills with the can. Let's do it with the can. There we go. All right, we burned through a few calories, and a few rounds, and it got me thinking. I'm gonna try this on the my inspired Mark 18 Mod 1. We're just gonna kind of see if it makes a difference or not with that JE spring. So here is the Mark 18. Here are some rounds. Wolf 55 grain. Nothing special. This thing is super dirty, and if you don't clean your gun, you will have these weird things you won't want to load. There you go, and then it kind of halfway gets stuck in there. Good grief! See, I tell you, these things are dirty. There you go. All right, one trick. Okay, I'm going to show you a trick. All right, if your gun is super dirty. And I can't wait for people to tell me how stupid this is. But if your gun is super dirty, carboned up, it's got crap in there from like 5 range sessions, and it is gritty as crap, and it had problems right there. It didn't want to load that round in there. If you're getting ready to shoot and you don't want to clean your gun, sometimes this can help. If you do this and store your gun this way, you're an idiot. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. Because lube and ammo doesn't usually jive very well. It doesn't really go together. But in this certain situation, I'm trying to lubricate the rifle, lubricate the chamber, right? Okay, so you take a little bit of oil. This is the Breakthrough. This stuff actually does work, believe it or not. And I have not been sponsored, given, helped out, or any way by these people. This stuff actually does work, and this little bottle is lasting me a long time. But you take your thing, you run you a little bead, little bitty bead of oil right across the top, right across the top. You don't want to leave it this way because oil will penetrate, can get into primers, give you squib loads, all kinds of problems. But if you're shooting it right away, it actually can help lubricate the rifle, believe it or not. So I'm going to fire a couple rounds through the SBR, right, with a regular stock. This is Colt. I think it's H2. I believe it's H2 buffer. We're going to see just regular impulse, see how this works, and then we'll stick it on the JE lower. Ouch. Turn my optic on. Now, I'm going to take this out. Yeah, I know it's loaded. Being careful with it. Stick that guy on here. There we go. See if there's any difference. You hear a click. I wish you could hear that. You do hear a click of the cycle of the spring and everything. It's not a twang. You hear a little click. Get a bunch of gas in your eyeball. All right. Okay. See if it double taps. If they're any different. Actually, it almost seems like double taps. You can keep that cone of the EOTech cone of death a little bit more in center. And it did lock open. So there you go. Interesting. I don't know. So I think this is something that's going to have to be told over a longer period of time. I don't think a quick little session like this, it's not something, that's what I'm trying to say, it's not something that's going to be like, wow, I put a silent capture spring and it is the bomb. Okay, yeah, it is awesome. And dude, is that spring is smooth. It's heavy. It's heavy, but it is smooth. So I'm really actually kind of liking. I'm definitely liking it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we'll have to tell over time if we run into any problems with it. I'm going to guess that you want to oil it every now and then, like a regular buffer and spring. You really don't need to oil those very much at all. Just wipe them off every now and then. I really don't even wipe off mine. I never get mine out unless I'm swapping pieces or something. This guy, it might be better to lubricate it every now and then. Maybe even not. Maybe not. So we'll probably just run it with this nasty, crappy Wolf and Tula and all that stuff and see if we can't make it give up the ghost or something. Because even on the Mark 18, not really a Mark 18, but you know what I'm saying. Even on this build, it gets very gritty. The action and all that from that ammo. That ammo, I don't think it's corrosive, but dude, it is dirty as crap. And let's see if any of that backs up in here and causes anything with this guy, even though we're running this on the 12.5. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Go over real quick some more stuff about this guy, the rail. Like I mentioned before, I was looking for one of these rails anyway for like a modern Mark 18 guy's the USGI rail. Doesn't have that big locking block thingy down here, and it doesn't have a QD mount. I got a little loop here, which is working fine for me. I might end up putting a QD mount on the side, who knows. And maybe a hand stop, I don't know. I will tell you, after doing several, they're not quite mag dumps, but just drills and whatnot, the rail doesn't get that hot. Okay, it's got plenty of air, room in here for air to come through and to cool stuff off. It's really not going to burn you. I had one time, that's why I might get a hand stop, where my thumb came up and I touched the collar on that brake. And yeah, that's kind of hot. Yeah, it's definitely hot. So maybe having a hand stop would actually help. But I like it that it's thin and small. With the suppressor's really hot, but without the suppressor on there, I'll tell you what, this thing is very light. Relatively very lightweight. With a government profile barrel anyway, it's not a pencil weight. It's not a heavy barrel. It's just a good medium, right there in the middle, weighted barrel. 12.5 inches, and this rail is very, very light. I really, really like it. With that suppressor on there, that suppressor is heavy. Maybe someday down the road, I'd like to look into getting one of the Yankee can't talk. One of the YHM turbos, Turbo K, because those are like 4 inches, so it should only come up to about like there, and those are lighter. I think there's some potential there. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to shoot around here a little bit more and just shoot some stuff. Shoot this guy. Dude, this guy's still rocking hard. I bet I can do it. I bet on camera, put me on point, I bet I can hit one of them 100 yards within this magazine, okay? We'll aim for the big swinging silhouette guy, the guy right there. Aim for that guy. There. Maybe I'm overconfident. That was, I had one more shot. Let's see if I can get that one more shot. Overconfidency or not. Nope. All right, I'm a little bit overconfident, but yeah, anyway, you got the point. You can hit it if you do your job. Anyway, hope you found that fun. Nothing really educational. I'll keep you up to date on the JE stuff and all my crap and everything. So anyway, I'm getting eaten up by bugs here. I'm going to shoot a little bit, burn off some more calories. Yeah, get that summer bod. Yeah, dad bod. Although Thor did us all a favor, dude. Dude, he did us a big favor because now we can say that we all can achieve to look like Thor, and it ain't that hard. If you've seen it, you know. All right. Y'all be good to be safe. We'll catch you on the next video.